Good evening, you lovely lot. Eventually, we are back live for our Advent calendar. I hope you are well. I hope you're all having a lovely day, depending on what you're getting up to. Let's keep our fingers and our toes and everything crossed that Facebook and YouTube are going to play ball tonight. So yes, we are back with the doubler tonight because I was just absolutely exhausted last night. Completely exhausted. It's been a busy couple of weeks, but the main thing is it's been busy, and I think just everything got to me. And as soon as if I'm really honest with you, by halfway through Second Chance Sunday, my whole body just went, oh, I just need rest and sleep. So I thought, right, the best thing to do is actually have some rest and sleep. So that's exactly what I done last night. Relaxed, chilled, in front of a film, and then nice and refreshed. Obviously I'm still tired today, but then I've got tomorrow off, so I can be relaxing and chilling, but I'm feeling good to be doing this doubler. We are doing a doubler, but we're going to combine them into one. So that being said, let's have a look and see. We've got Victoria saying, hi Craig and Crafty Peeps from a cold Germany. Karen Wells Sorrell saying, hello again Craig. Jill is saying, hi Craig and everyone. Jill here from North Yorkshire. We've got Leslie saying, good evening Craig. Hope you are feeling more rested tonight. Looking forward to seeing what you make for us. I am feeling very rested, thank you. Patty is saying hello everyone from Michigan. Well, hello to you. We've got Linda saying hello from Indiana. We've got Jeffrey is in. We've got Angela saying hi Craig and Crafty Peeps from Ramsgate, UK. We've got Andrew saying hello Craig and everyone. Happy holidays from Michigan. Well, happy holidays to you too. Alison saying good evening Craig and everyone from South Wales. Len is saying hi Craig. Hope you're feeling much brighter. Much brighter. Thank you very much. We've got Jella saying is actually speaking away to Alison. Bonnie is saying good afternoon, you're on YouTube. Louise Cole is saying hello everyone from a cold and wet Hampshire in the UK. If like Friday, yeah it was Friday, if like Friday, after like a few minutes, YouTube all of a sudden just freezes again, we can't go any further, let me know, which I know that you will. However, as your comments are coming through from YouTube, I see we're alright at the moment. Didn't get to the bottom of what happened on Friday. It just seemed to froze and then it just stopped. So hopefully it plays ball tonight. Bethan is saying good evening Craig. Good evening to you. We've got Evelyn is saying hello and good afternoon from sunny Colorado. At least someone's got sun. But it's cold though. Jana Robbins is saying hi everyone from Ravello on the Amalfi coast of Italy. Very nice. Diana saying hello from North Carolina. Alison Lee saying hello Craig and my crafty fellows. No you're not, you're saying my fellow crafters. It's one way or the other. Michelle is saying feeling very British for this one. Made myself a cup of tea. I was going to, and then I thought no, I'll just get some juice instead because I'm quite thirsty. As you can see. Tammy is saying, Tammy's chatting away to a few of you. We've got Jeffrey's telling us the temperature, New Hampshire. Debbie is saying hi from Michigan. Colette is saying hello Craig and crafty friends from Kansas. Hi. Sharon Alvis is saying on the 19th day of Advent, what will Crafter's Companion give to me? Len is saying hello everyone watching from a much warmer Chesterfield. Yes, the temperature has risen quite dramatically. Still got that little chill in the air, which is lovely and Christmassy. But yeah, it has risen quite a fair bit. Sarah Leah's saying, hi Craig, how are you? I'm very well, thank you very much. Alison Lee saying, I've just been to the garage and it's a balmy 11. Cold. Olga's saying hello from Brooklyn, New York. Jan is also saying hi Craig, hopefully I can stay awake from Italy. Fingers crossed you can. If you can't, do not worry. You can always come back and watch afterwards. Margaret Crook is saying good evening Craig and all my fellow crafters from a wet and windy Torquay. Georgianne saying hello Craig from Clearwater, Florida. Love the tutorial with the Ultimate Pro. Thank you. You're more than welcome. Glad you liked that. Lynn, absolutely, completely agree. I'm just starting to get round to listening to my body and doing as it says, which it said I need rest. So that's what I gave it. Kay saying, hi Craig and everyone from Florida. Hope you're well rested. I am indeed. Thank you very much. We have also got Debbie saying, hi Craig, you should try tiger bread with your camembert. It's amazing. Oh, I could imagine that tastes delicious. If you don't know what we're on about, myself, Ben, Charlotte and Johnny were talking about camembert cheese on Monday Makers. The most randomest of conversation. That has probably got to be one of the most random Monday Makers I've ever done when it comes to Ben, Johnny and Charlotte. Actually, just ever in general. Simply because I had my demos all sorted and a number of the items we were going to look at is all sold out. So in between Masterclass and then of course Monday Makers, while trying to have my tea, I was trying to get demos prepped together, hence why they weren't exactly full demos, because you guys had sold out some of the items, so I had to go back and rejig some things. So yeah, that led to some weird and wacky conversations. It certainly did. We've also got Tammy saying, oh, Tammy's chatting away to Kay. Kathy Gordon saying, hi Craig, crafty friends from a wet London. It's not wet here, not yet anyway, but the wind earlier, phew. If you've seen Ben's Instagram and then I shared it onto my stories, go up and have a look. It was very, very windy. Jackie Owens is saying, hello Craig and everyone from a warmer North Wales. Kate McQueen saying, hello again Craig, seems like I've seen a lot of you. I like it. Good. That's the main thing. Because if you don't like watching me, then unfortunately you've had a lot of me over the last couple of weeks. Certainly the last week or so. And then after tomorrow you've got me right up to the 23rd. Mary Beth is saying hi Craig from Minnesota. Kay saying aloha to Tammy. We've got Crystal H is saying hi Craig from Texas. Michelle Gibb is saying hi Craig from Blythe. I hope you're feeling better today. Facebook is playing up, so I can't understand what you're saying, so I apologise if you've already said you're feeling better. That's okay. Damn Facebook playing up. Hopefully it settles down. Yeah, hopefully it'll settle down. Kathy is saying hi Craig from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania maybe. Evelyn saying hi, is speaking away to hi Tammy. Mary is saying, also chatting away. Jeffrey, hope one day you could load 16 onto YouTube. I will have a look at that and see if I can do that. Devon is saying hello from Peoria, Arizona. Peoria, Arizona. Jill Crafts is saying, no problems here. Brilliant. Maybe it's just yourself then that was having the issues. Crystal H is saying, Texas is 44. Caitlin's popped on. She's saying, hello. Hi, Caitlin. I was, after Wake Up Call, I was prepping a few other bits for Masterclass, and just before we come off air for Wake Up Call, Caitlin has her lunch and she nipped out and she came back because she knew that I was needing an energy boost because I was still tired from the night before. She brought me in a coffee, a latte, a Toblerone latte from Costa's, and it was really, really lovely. It was really, really nice. Caitlin seen me because when I came home last night and I was just absolutely zonked, and that's why I was saying I can't do the live, I just can't do it. So that's why I watched the films. Princess Diaries, which I really enjoyed. We started to watch the second one, but then I needed to go to sleep, so I need to catch up with that one. Sonia saying hi Craig, good to see you back, watching from a wet and windy Wiltshire, UK. And we've got, who else have we got? We've also got Christine from Utah. We've got Deborah from Kansas. We've got Kendall from Minnesota. We've also got Georgiana saying, loving the conversations about kilts. And the Nude and the Duke. Yes, that was the most random conversation. Nude and the Duke. And dunking your biscuits. And yeah, duking your biscuits. Shari saying, I'm still homesick. Good news for me. I get to watch Craig's live. Well, yay, but boo that you're not feeling great. So hopefully you feel much better We've got Lillian saying hello. Guess who was on the wrong page? Lillian. Lillian, what you like? Caitlin is saying, I've got good coffee taste. You absolutely do. You do indeed. Sherry's saying, been there, done that. Jackie Owens is saying, oh, looking after Craig with a Toblerone latte. She absolutely was. And it gave me that caffeine boost that I absolutely needed going into masterclass. Hence why I was fleeing all over the place when it comes to masterclass, because I was filled up with latte, caffeine and Toblerone. Right. So, as I say, we're going to do door number 18 and 19 together. I was going to do 2 separate demos and I thought that's stupid because I still need to have a decent sleep tonight. So I thought what we'll do is we'll combine them together. So I have on this occasion not got any in. I did have some in prep for last night, but then obviously I didn't do it. And then I did have something prepped for tonight, but then I thought, well, no, I want to pull the 2 of them together. So I'll maybe, the 2 that I had prepped, I'll maybe do them on a live in January or something. So I've got an idea of what I'm going to do, but this is kind of going back to previous Christmas advent calendar years where I'm kind of, yes, I know what the product is, but I've not got anything done idea wise. So we're going to go with the flow on this one. So what we can do is let's dive straight in and have a look to see what we've got. Caitlin's in, of course, we'll always look after him. And then we've also got Lynn saying, Caitlin, you're both worth looking after each other. Aren't we just? Aren't we just? Alright, let's have a look and see what we are. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, got the windy pops there. Let's dive in and have a look. So let me just zoom out a little bit more so we can see the full advent calendar. Okay, I slipped down the stairs this evening and feckled my back. I love that. Or fecked my back. Big time. Taking plenty of drugs, so I apologise if I nod off. No, that is no problem whatsoever. Don't you worry. Right, so let's have a look and see. So we're going for 18 and we're going for 19 as well. So what we can then do is go in and take... So I've seen where 19 is, but let's have a look at, of course, 18. Here we go. So here's 18, which of course was yesterday. So let's go in and dive in. So we have got, I'm going to go with the French feel, or of course it could still be British with your picnic basket, with your baguette. That could be Camembert, although, you know, it's not. You've got your wine, you've got your apple, could be grapes in the background. So that's that one. We'll have a look in a bit more close up in a moment once we've also gone in with number 19. So what we can then do is take number 19, which is here. So what we can then do is open it up, and then we can then take number 19. So it looks like Facebook is playing up tonight. Well, it is at the moment anyway. Let's see how it goes like previous nights, the last few weeks, and see if it's going to settle. It usually does, or it has done every other time. So let's see if that's going to continue. So what we've then got for tonight's door, which is number 19, is kind of like these autumnal dies. We've got little acorns and the little foliage leaves as well. So that is behind number 19. So let's close this one up, and while we're doing that, let's keep our fingers crossed that Facebook sorts itself out. We can put that one to the side for now. Oh, it's saying it's freezing up bad. Oh, typical. Absolutely typical, isn't it? Rightio. Let's go in. Let's slowly start to bring some elements in together. Hopefully giving Facebook a little bit of time to catch up with itself. So let's have another look at these two together. So we've got what could be our picnic basket. It could of course be something very French if you want to. So that was 18 and that one was 19 that we can see here. So we've got the two of them. So let's do what I was going to do with this one. So let's stamp it and let's do some colouring, and we'll colour with our tri-blends. So let's go in. I need to take my Neenah cardstock. So let's see. I've got, so that should be big enough if I choose to cut it. Right. We have then got it's a pick hey boo boo, it's a picnic basket. Picnic basket. Lillian saying I love today. Right, fingers crossed. Let's see if Facebook is going to continue to behave itself. Right, let's go in with our stamp and then let's give it a clean to start with, because Craig, do you have much input into the advent calendar during designing? If not, what would you like to see in it most? I have no input. We have nothing to do with product development, so we don't have any input as to what goes into collections. We do have, as we've explained a few times, we do have days, kind of like 2 days a year or twice a year, where we can submit any ideas that we've got, but actual input into collections or products, no. I have no input whatsoever to the calendars, and to be honest, I don't know if I would, because I like the surprise. Certainly this year I've been more than happy with what Ruth has designed for our advent calendar. So don't know, I have nothing to do with it, and yeah, no, I'm more than happy to just see whatever's in there. Right, what we've then got is, let's go in with our stamp and platform. Deborah Freeze, I do not want to jinx it, my Facebook seems to be working for me for now. Rightio, let's keep our fingers crossed that it keeps playing okay for you. Right, Neenah cardstock, let's take this one and let's just go into a bigger open space depending on how I'm going to cut it down. Let's go in with, let's do a bit of flagstone instead. Lillian, we need some squirrels. Yeah, we do, don't we? Maybe you've got your cute characters. That's a reference to the Yogi Bear. I know what Yogi Bear is, but I never watched it as a child, so I didn't get that. Didn't get it, Tammy. So there we go. Let's ink it up like we have, and then we're going to stamp. And we've got the most perfect stamp impression. So then what we can do is let's move all that out the way. Let's give this one another clean while we're here. So let's just use the excess that's already there, and then we can go in and just dry that up. Let's move that out the way. Let's put it back. We can see here, I'm going to set that to the side. Let's bring in our image, and then let's also bring in my, my Tri-Blend pens from the side here. So I've got all my, I know you can't quite see it, let's see. I don't want to tilt it too much, but you can see I've got all of mine just down at the side next to me here. And I've taken a note of the ones I had originally used. So I have taken red, brown blend. I've taken, let's have a look, earth brown blend. I have taken dark red blend. I've also taken, what else did I take? Hydrangea, which is here. I've also taken gold brown blend. I've also taken yellow green blend, which is yellow green blend. And I've also taken, what have I written there? Light yellow. Light yellow blend. And then what I've also done is taken, what did I write on my notes there? Oh, and I'd also used a bit of gold brown. And then my ice grey blend. So let's set that to the side now, and we can start to do a bit of colouring. Where is, need a bit of paper, need some scrap paper. Let's take that one, scrap paper, and then let's start to do some colouring. Let's take, whose stamping platform are you using to stamp there? Hunky Dory's I'm using. I don't know if they're still in stock, but they were on our website. So let's take our image. Let's move, there we go. Let's move that one into place now. So let's go in with the red brown blend, which is here, and let's start to do some colouring on our basket. So what I can do is if I come in, and I'm going to have it so it's light within maybe about 2/3 of the way in. So let's go in and let's colour. So I'm going to start with the lightest tone of the red brown blend. That's the only thing with all the bees. So let's go in. Now you've got all of kind of like that wicker twist that goes all the way around. I'm not bothering with that. I just want to create the roundness. So once again, let's go in and lay that colour down. And then what we can then do is I can come in to the left hand side, maybe about 2/3. No, sorry, that's too much. Maybe about 1/3 of the way in as to what I've already coloured. So let's lay that colour down, like so. Let's flip to the mid-tone, and let's blend that one out. And then we can come also to about 2/3 of the way. Let's go back in with the mid-tone, and let's blend that one out. So we're starting to get that roundness. It will start to blend in that little bit more. So then what I'm going to do to make it easier for myself, I'm going to flip that around, and then what we're going to do is take the same. So I'm going to go in. Now I'm not keeping that natural highlight. I'm going to close it up. So let's go in. You can just see there, you can keep your natural highlight if you want. So what we're going to then do is take that one here and then do exactly what I've done a moment ago. So let's build up that darkness. Then let's add that one on. Blend that one out. So let's go in with that one. And let's go back in with the light. Craig, a question about Wake Up Call. I watched a bit this morning, got a bit with a flower dye and stamp you coloured in purple, to being the rose. Was that stamp and dye in a bundle or was it on its own? Yeah, so it was part of a bundle. It might be on its own. Check that one out on the website, but that was our colourable Create-A-Card stamp and dies. We had it on Monday Makers as well. So that's what that one was. But yeah, so it was from a bundle. Might be available on its own. But it was our colourable Create-A-Card bundle. So what we've now got is our basket with that curve all the way around. And then what I'm going to do is, because I want the rim and the handle and the base that little bit darker, I'm going to go in with the earth brown blend. And then I'm pretty much going to do exactly the same. I'm going to come along in that lightest tone. And I'm going to leave a little bit of highlight. You're very welcome, Karen. You're very welcome. So I'm going to come along about a third of the way. And because it's a small area, I'm going to do both sides together. So let's blend that out. And then let's blend that out. Let's go back into that mid-tone. And then we'll start to let that evaporate when it comes to the alcohol. Let's go in now, still with the earth brown blend. And I'm going to go along here. And then this time I'm actually going to build the darkness up around the top of the basket. So let's go into here. We've got, so let's bring it down that little bit more, and then now I can then go around the top with the dark shade. So let's build that up and then blend that one out. You can see here. And then we can then finish that one off with the light tone. I'm going to go back, I'm going to add a little bit more darkness to it, a little bit further down. And then what we can then do is do a little bit more blending. So if you're not happy, you can just go back and add a little bit more. And blend that one out. And then once again, let's blend that one out. And while it's still wet, what I'm going to do, in with that dark tone, I'm just going to go over those bottom marks. I'm going to let that naturally dry when it comes to the ink. So let's go in. And then still using the earth brown blend. What I'm going to do is I'm going to colour in the handle all the way around, like so, to lay that colour down. into there. And then with the darker tones, I'm going straight to the darker tone, just where those little hatch lines are. Just going to roll back and forwards, and I'm just going to let the evaporate do itself. So then that's given us our basket and our handle. So you can see how that's looking. We've got that bit of roundness to it. And then let's do our apple. So I'm going to do Today Discontinue Colour Me Happy. No, I've got Colour Me Happy on Wednesday, which incidentally, funny enough, it's all about tri-blends. So that's on Wednesday. So there we go. Let's go in now with our apple. So I'm just going to lay that light tone down. And then what we can then do is take my darker tone. So I'm going to come in to the left here. I'm going to go underneath. And then I'm going to blend that out. Blend that back out. And then I'm going to jump to that darker shade again and just add a couple of little highlights that we can see there. So it's starting to come together. I'm going to treat them in the background as grapes. So I'm going to go in with my hydrangea, and I am pretty much just going to go in with the light tone. You can see here. And then what we're going to do is I'm just going to go straight into the dark tone as well, and just where you've got those little pips at the top of the grapes, or whatever you choose them to be, or they could be grapes, they could even be blueberries as well. I'm just going to go into the mid-tone. I'm just dotting as if we're giving it a little bit of a blend out. So that will do for our, just forgotten there, I've also got, going back to the earth brown blend, I'm just going to go in there with that little bit of the basket. So that's that one. And then what we can do is we can go in with the gold brown blend, which is this one. And let's go in and colour our baguette. And let's colour it in. So I'm just going to go right over with that light shade. And then what I'm going to do, go in with the darker shade, and where you've got the cut marks in the baguette, I'm just going to follow them. And I'm just going to run them back and forwards. Let's just go in with the mid-tone, just very lightly. And then I can go in and create additional highlight if you want to. Then we can stick with the gold brown for now, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the light yellow. So let's go in with the light yellow here, and then I'm just going to colour all over when it comes to the cheese. I'm just going to colour all that in. You can see here, building up that colour. I'm going to go in with that mid-tone, and I'm just going to go around little areas. And then what I'm going to do is I'm then going to go in with the mid-tone of the gold brown, and then I'm just going to colour into these little parts of the cheese, like here. You can see. And then if you wanted to go into the darker shade of the yellow, once again, let's just do that once again, but with the darker shade. That's all that I'm going to do when it comes to the cheese, to make that stand out. But then what we can do also with the gold brown blend, with that mid-tone, sorry, with the light tone, I'm going to colour the top of the wine bottle. I'm going to go in with the dark to the left hand side. Just going to blend that out the best I can and then finish that off with the mid-tone. Then what we can do is we can go in with our yellow green blend, and we're going to go in with the light, and let's go down the left hand side here like that. Build up that colour, and then I'm going to go over into that darker tone, add that to the left hand side, blend that one out, and then finish it off with the lighter tone. Might go in a little bit further with that dark, blend that out, and then blend that out again with the light. So we're getting now, we're getting that roundness from the wine bottle. Let's do the same to the bottom part here, and then the best you can just go in with that dark tone, blend that one out, and blend that one out. And then let's go in with the ice grey blend, and then what I'm going to do just with the ice grey 4, so that middle one, I'm just going to go along the top, just going to come down the side, along the bottom, and I'm just going to do like a few wispy lines within the middle. And then using our ice grey 2, what we can do is we can go around these bits here, and then we can go around our picnic basket. That was just about a slip of the tongue, wasn't it? So work our way around, create that grey highlight with the ice grey 2. Let's go in. Of course, if you've got your Totally Tiffany rotating board, which I've got just to the side of me, I should really be using that. Let's finish that one off, and then there we go. We've got our picnic basket. Now I know usually I'll also do little white lines with my gel pen, but in case you don't have a gel pen, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it as it is. But there we go. So we've got that roundness to the picnic basket. We've got the cheese, we've got the baguette, we've got, for me, I'm going to say grapes, we've got an apple. I need to go in just when we're going with that mid green and just colour in that stalk. And then we've got the wine bottle that we can see just here. Thank you, Caitlin. We've got all that wine to yourself. I know. Could you imagine that? All that wine. Deborah, that's looking great. Thank you. Jackie, the colours are so realistic. Bless you. Thank you, Jackie. The baguette looks more like a petit pan. Could be, if you want to. To me, it definitely looks... for me, it definitely looks like a baguette. A petit pan to me is kind of probably about half that size. But yeah, it could be if you want it to be. Saying hello to Coletta. We've got Vicky saying good evening, Craig and everyone. I'm so late this evening, I'll have to go back and watch. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Michelle, feeling very British about this one. Made a cup of tea for myself. Ooh, lovely. Right, so there is our picnic basket all coloured in. And Sharon, you could, yeah, add your wine glasses from last year's advent calendar. It's a really good idea. So what I'm going to do, I'm not quite sure yet if I'm going to cut it into a square or I'm going to use a nesting die. So what we can do is let's set that to the side for now. And we're going to go in, we're going to use the paper pad. It was, of course, with door number 24. So let's have a look at that one. Oh, excuse me. So let's go in here. So now, I've actually got, I've got an idea now. Because I've done Christmas, I've done spring, I've done summer, I've not done autumn yet. So let's go in, let's use that. We've got, so if we use that pattern paper there, so it could be a autumnal picnic that you're going on. So let's go. Okay, right, I know what we could go. Right, how am I going to work this one? So I am going to right, okay. I think I'm on a flow here of what I want to go with. Right, let's go orange and brown cardstock. So let's see what I've got in my pad. Let's use our all occasion, our bright, the great big chunky block. So that brown would probably, that brown would do. And there's a couple of oranges. Do you want to go that one? Let's go that one. I like that one. Right, we can then do, pardon me. So let's go in with that one. And so I want to create stability. Go with me on this one, because like I say, I'm not doing what I originally planned. Right, let's keep that 6x6. So let's go in and let's cut that at 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. Set that to the side. Right, let's stick this one on now, because my plan is to raise that up on foam pads, but it's still a little bit flimsy. I don't want it to dip at all. So what I'm going to do is, if I stabilise it on a piece of cardstock that I would use as a matting layer anyway, so I don't need to put a bit in the middle if I go with my train of thought. Funny enough, I thought you might, Caitlin. I know how much you love the autumn time. Yeah, you really, really do. Fortunately, we'll need to wait a wee while for that one, don't we? Just need to look forward to the springtime first. So what we're then going to do is, this is from the Advent pad, it is indeed. So there's that one. Let's go in with our circle nesting dies. Now, I want to use plain edge ones, so we don't have those. We've only got our stitch edge. So I'm going to use Chloe's nesting dies. So let's take this and let's just take a stab in the dark at the moment with the size. So maybe too big. Let's go, let's keep trying until I decide upon a size, potentially that size. So let's go, that's It's too big. I know I love Chloe's Nesting Dies as well. They're so fab. All the different ones you get size wise. Right, let's do that. Okay, doc. So that is, so the two that I'm going to use, so that one is, that is about, so that is 3 1/4 inches in diameter. This one is 3 3/4 inches in diameter, so that hopefully that helps you if you're figuring out what ones you're going to use. So let's take this one. So I need to, let me get my head around this first of all. So I need to use that smaller one to create my aperture. So I'm going to do that within the middle. Let's go in with the middle. Let's find the end of my washi tape. So I'm just trying to use up my washi tape that I bought that is, funny enough, it is got an autumn feel to it. And then let's run it through our Gemini. Now is this going to fit? Because I might just get away with it. I might just, if I'm careful, if I'm very, very careful. Why is that? Oh, there we go. It's just hanging over the edge, so I might get away with it. Just, I think we're alright. Right. So that's going to have created my circle, and it'll have gone through the 2 layers no problem at all, which it has done. Okie doke. So let's take them off because I can always use them again. Put that to the side. Let's take another piece of that orange. Let's go. Wasn't that one? Oh, what's that one? Wasn't it? There we go. Let's take that one. So take that, move that. So that's my largest one. A lot of love for Chloe dies. I know there really are. You get so many different sizes to the nesting dies. And they're straight edge as well, which is what I prefer in my nesting dies, Matte and Layer dies. So there we go. Let's do the 2 of them together. Let's run that one through. So we've got our aperture, and we can run that through our Junior. Let's feed that one in, and then that can frame our picnic basket. So let's move that there. So that's going to frame that perfectly. Love it. Like how this is going. So let's take that off. We can use that again. Let's put my dies back so I don't lose them. So that's that one. So there is, let's take that one. Let's just kind of chop it up. I'm going to leave a fair bit of white around, because what that can do is that can sit over the top there. Yep, right, definitely liking where this is going. So let's take my glue. Right, let's take this one. Carlin, thanks Craig, after watching you I bought the stamp cleaning station for the 3 ladies in my stamping group and one for me as Christmas present. Ah, what a great Christmas present that is for a crafter, whether they are big on stamping or even if they just stamp periodically like me. Great gift. That really, really is. They'll have loved that, or they will love that. So there we go. Let's pop that one into there, like so. And let's press that in. And then I'm going to get, yeah, the Peekaboo Squirrel would fit really, really nicely. It would be a good one. So let's press that in. So we've got our frame. Excellent. And then because that orange is 6 1/4 by 6 1/4, let's take the brown and do 6, let's do just over 6 1/2 by 6 1/2. Let's give us a little bit more of a deeper brown matten layer for that one. There we go. Yep, liking this, liking this. That can get stuck down in the middle. And we will level it up a bit better in a moment. Okey-doke. So, once again, liking that idea. So we can go, oh, here they go again. Here we are, 69xxx.life. Nah, you're alright, thank you. Thank you very much. Just do what, if you don't mind, just do what you usually do. That would be great. Let's report that person. Here we go. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, let's just report it. If you could, that would be very much appreciated. Report it and block it. Thank you. Right, let's bring in our card blank here. So I'm going to go in with my 7x7 card blank for now. So let's bring that in. I do, of course, need to go in with some acetate. So let me just get some of my acetate that I've got down here. Let's see if I can get a hold of it. So let's use that. Let's use that up. It saves me wasting it. Nanette, thank you, Nanette. I know I can always rely on all of you. So I've got kind of like an off-cut piece of acetate. So let's go in with my scissors and let's just roughly cut. Thank you, Kate. Roughly cut that one. And then I'm going to go in with my red liner tape. So let's go round, all the way round. I'm just going to do it in sections. Thank you, Nanette. Kind of really liking these colours myself. I do like them anyway, certainly when it comes to autumn time. But I definitely are loving the tones. Now, of course, you could still be doing what I'm doing, but with your spring papers, summer papers if you want. And you're just going to change your matte and layer colours depending on the colour of your pattern paper. So let's pop and peel. Don't worry, Michelle, reporting it is very much appreciated. But I know others have reported and blocked as well, so all is good. So let's then pop this one on into the back here. And there we go. And then what I'm going to do is let's go with my foam on a roll here. So I'm going to go in with a thick foam on a roll. I did see something about glue there. Oh, comments disappeared now. Alison, Craig, is your tacky glue just a normal bottle with a metal tip? So I also use Stix 2's tacky glue. So you can either use our Collall glue, which I do use, but I also use Stix 2. Can't remember, Alison, if you're here in the UK or out with. Here in the UK, it is a British company, just through Newcastle. So I use their adhesives as well as our own. You can just use our little applicator with the metal tip and our tacky glue, but that's the one that I'm using. and I usually use in my craft room at night time. So what I can then do is take my foam, and incidentally this is Sticks to foam on a roll that I use too, although I do have ours. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to go all the way around, but I am going to make sure that I'm pressed right up to the edges. At least you can say foam on a roll, with no fear of Debbie or Ben breaking into a song. I know. So good. Such a relief, isn't it? Not having to worry about that. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm just going to neatly, I'm just going to go corner to corner. And all that I'm doing, the reason I'm doing that is it just means that I'm going to do my shaker elements, and that means they're not going to get caught into the corners. They literally are going to stay in that central part. So let's go in, and then let's do our last one, corner to corner. And then what I also want to do is I want to stabilise the edges. So I'm going to go around the edge with the foam too. And I'm going to use my foam on the roll for the edges, because that's what I've used within the middle there. So then we can take that one. What we can then do is work my way. Now, it's not necessarily that all these are joined into each part, but I still kind of do it. So let's work our way around. Oh, they're back again. Look at that, they're back. There we go. So then what we can do is we'll start to see how it's going to start to come together. So let's go in. So this is how it's going to start to look. We're going to bring that one in there. Now I'm not going to stick this bit down just yet, because I'm going to use it as a guide just shortly. So let's set that to the side so we can see how it's starting to come together. Let's move that to the side. Let's use all these off-cut bits that I've got, and then let's use our dies here. So what I'm then going to do is let's cut loads of these. So let's line them up. I'm going to use my mini for this because it'll be a wee bit quicker. And let's get as many as we can. So let's pop them ones there, and then pop that there, and then let's just overlay that. So like I say, we can do the two of them together and feed that one through. I know usually I wouldn't recommend die cutting 2 layers at once unless they were our multi-craft dies, but for something like this we can still get away with doing it because we're going to use these as shaker elements. So let's pop that, and let's pop that one out there. So that's those. So 2, 2, 2, and am I missing one? Ah, there we go. So we've got our little pile there. And then let's take these ones off. Let's just move them down that little bit there. And And then we can do the same. So let's just chop that excess off. And then feed these ones through. We're going to feed them into our orange card. So let's take these ones and these ones. So we're just going to keep on going. Margaret, I feel very calm and relaxed watching you colour, Craig. It's looking so good. I could eat it. Thank you very much, Margaret. Very kind of you to say. Very kind. So we've got these ones, we've got these ones, and then we've got them. We'll leave that for the orange just now. Let's do a couple in the brown. So let's start to layer up where we can. And there. I'm going to need some more. Let's just put that right across. And then, oh, yep, same size, so we can do the same. Just run them ones in. So we're going to do a little bit with orange, a little bit with the brown. You can, of course, change the colours if you want. You can ink them up if you want. So there's some browns. Pop all them out, pop them ones out. Gosh, they're not giving up tonight, are they? Back again. Jesus. What they're like. So there's that one. And then that's great. Let's just do that. Get the release one out. Let's just do one more run through. While we're here, we may as well make sure they're not crossing over. Thank you, I appreciate it. I know it's frustrating, isn't it? But I appreciate you doing that. Doesn't seem to be an option from my end. So let's go through with this last run through. Now I might not necessarily use all of these, but at least I've got them. There's that one. And then there's that one, so we're all good, There's that one's out, and I think that's them. Oh, one more to pop out. Into here, there we go. So we've got all our bits. I'm just going to make sure that they are kind of turned the right way, which they are. And then that's them. What I might do is just add a little... Actually, no, I'm not going to add any shape to them. I'm going to leave them flat. And what I can do is I'm going to add this to my card blank first. Just making sure that mines are 7 by 7. Going with my double-sided tape here. I'm not going to add any extra colour to them. I'm going to keep it as it is. You could, of course, distress the edges with your edge crimpler to go with that rustic look. So let's pop that one onto my card first. So there's that one. And then what I'm going to do, so I can get this lined up first, let's take an anti-static bag just so that, not that usually you'd really only do this with glitter, if you're using glitter, but what I'm also doing is I'm going up to the edges of the foam, so that should stop, hopefully, any of the little bits getting stuck, because I'm de-sticking them basically. So let's take that, Let's do that again, because I know this sounds disgusting, but I just spat on that when, like, not spat, but there we go. There we go. Right, so this time, so we've got nice, let me take my microfiber cloth and take that excess off. There we go, I think we're all good. Take that excess off of the cloth. So if I go in now, and if I take all these bits off first, like this, take all of these, all the way around. Such a good tip, Craig, to stop the bits sticking into the foam. Yeah, and it does work. It really does work. So it's worthwhile certainly doing that. So let's go in, and I am going to add, now I don't know if I want, so I'll put some of the brown in. Yeah, let's do that one. Let's do the small ones first in brown, like so, like that, small. So all I'm doing, I'm just kind of lightly bending them round my finger, like that, and then we can come in with the orange. So let's do some of the small one. I know, well, the difference is, Val, is a software that I'm using. I'm not doing a live direct from a Facebook page. It's via a software, and it doesn't give you an option to block anything. So let's go in with a couple of the largest ones. I'm going to flatten them a wee bit more. Now, let's tuck them ones in there. And then, what we can then do is if we then bring that one in, like so, in actual fact, I'm going to lift, because I've still got scope to add quite a few more. So let's go in, let's do more of these ones. Let's go in with a few of the brown ones while we're here. And then let's put, so I'm happy with that. Let's just make sure that I'm getting my picnic basket central. So let's press that in, like so. So let's try and not get them overlap. If you're going to do that, spread it out. Don't do what I've just done, and that's have them all layered on top of each other, because then it stops them from moving about. Let's see if I can just do this ever so slightly, so I can push them in here off of each other. There we go. Let's press that back in. There we go. So we've got our shaker element. There we go. It's always hard to show, because you need to turn it one way, and then you've got yeah, Stevie, it's exactly the same. It's software that I'm doing this from. It's not actually YouTube platform or Facebook platform I do my lives on, so it doesn't have that option for me on here. So there we go. We've got our shaker elements that we can see here. I probably could have done with, maybe I did put in a bit too much. Let's go in. Let's see if I can prise that. I can do it. So let's see if I can then let's take some of these out. Let's see, there we go. There we go, that's better. Perfect, right, love it. So let's press that back into place here. So we're all good. So then what we can then do is take, actually my picnic basket. It's a little bit, oh well, you know what, we're all good. So what I'm then going to do is let's go onto the back now and create our additional stick like so. But what I'm going to do, so I don't want that to overlap onto my foam, so let's cut that. No one's going to see it, so it doesn't need to be neat or tidy. I'll do it now, we're all right there. So let's take all that off, let's take that off, and then let's take that off. So we can then go round the edges now with our foam. Peel all these off, and because we've got our mats and layers already done here with the brown, let's go in and overlay, and then let's press that in. Yeah, fall coloured sequins or beads would work an absolute treat as well. So there is that one. And then what we could also do, let's go in with hello, and let's also go in with, let's see if we can find them. There we go, let's go in at the stamps, like so. So let's take that one, I'm going to go in, and then what I'm going to do is I want to accent that one little piece of red apple. So let's go in, let's take, and actually that's going to be perfect, and I'll drop that with a bit of brown. Is that the brown shade that I used? No, it's a bit darker. If we've got any of that brown shade left, I don't need to go in for a new sheet. New sheet it is. So let's take that one out. That's it. So let's cut that, and then cut that one. So then what we're going to do is let's bring in my mini and my folder. So let's cut our hello. Cut that one out. In our brown. Like that. Let's do it in the red as well. Run that one through, so we'll do a drop shadow, as I always do. No surprise there. Let's take that out. Pop these bits out. And then let's go. So will it go red, or will it go brown? We can see there. So I'm going to go, and in actual fact I want to go white and tie it all in together. That would be an idea. So let's take the white instead and try that one. Let's pop that in. I'm not going to tape it down, I'm just going to secure it with my fingers. So let's take that one out now, and then have a plate with these ones. So let's go yellow and the white. So that's going to pull. Yeah, I like that. What's it like with the red and the white drop shadow? Actually, I like that even better. So let's go with the red. And then what I'm going to do is do that with the white drop shadow instead. So then that red is just pulling away from the apple. So let's pop that one in. Let's pop that one in. There's that. Like so. So then that can go to the top. And then let's take our stamp set. Let's bring in our guillotine and let's straighten this up. Which is like that. Let's take the autumn one. So let's cut that about 3/4 of an inch is a little guess. By 2, no, so yeah, by 2, 3/4 of an inch by 2 inches, so that can sit there. And take the red, let's straighten up these edges, just make sure it's all nice and straight. So once again, let's go just over 3/4 of an inch by just over the 2 inch. Like so. So I just need to drop that a little bit more. Let's do a tiny little bit more off. Like so. There we go, that's fine. And then I'm going to take a leap of faith here and not use my stamping platform or anything like that. Let's just use our flagstone again. You could use one of the coloured ink pads, of course, but then let's just go in. Actually, that's bubbled because it's not been used, it's brand new, that one. So let's give it a little bit of a clean, a little bit of a dry. Let's reapply our ink. Oh, there we go, much better, I can see that already. So let's go in. Hello, autumn. There we go, perfect. So let's bring that, let's leave that for a second to dry, of course. Let's go in and let's lift that on some pads. Where is my poke tool? So let's pop that one on, and let's pop that one on. There. And then one of them can go there. Take the back off that one, that one, that one, and then that one. Let's go in, place that to the top. There you go. That's what the bubbling is. Oh, where was that there? Carrie, that's what the bubbling is about. I thought it was my ink going mad. Bad. Nice to know it happens to new set. Yes, it's just any residual material, Carrie, sitting on top of your stamp. So it's nothing to do with the ink or that. It's just residual material sitting on top of the stamp. So just give it a clean, or you can't. What I used to do before our stamp cleaner came along is I used our translucent clear. So I tapped some of that on and then went straight over the top with the ink I was using, and that kind of primed it. So yeah, don't worry, it's not your ink at all. There we go. Let's pop that one on into place here. Let's take, there we go. Let's go into that. Pop that one. Now we could have actually stamped it in a brown or a pebble or rustic brown, but hey ho, we've done it now. And you could, if you wanted to, come along with a few of these. I might do it, I might not. Let's see how it looks. I don't know. No, I'm not going to do it. You can. I'm not going to do it. But there we go. We've got our shaker. What, oh, typical. Trying to show you the other way around, isn't it? There we go. So we've got our shaker. It is working. It was working there a minute ago. Anyway, let's get that to the side a bit so that you can see part of your picnic basket. But then there we go. So using your picnic stamp from door number 18, coloured that with our tri-blends, and then what we've done is we've used the dies from today's door number 19, and we've created a shaker card with the pattern paper as well from door 24. Used the hello, used the autumn. You can obviously be selective in what you're wanting to use as the shaker, but it's a nice way to use the actual shaker elements. So what we can then do is then pop that into a little box or something, or a little envelope box. So it's up to you how you want to use that. So let's then do our face on that you can see. Let's see, let's go back. There we go. There it is, our lovely shaker that we've got creating from the two doors together. Ah, so glad that you're liking all that. So you've got that one there. Foam, not forum. Foam. There you go. Perfect. So there we go. There's your 7x7 card that we've done. We've created a shaker using the two items from each of the doors. Right, that is it for me for tonight. I'm going to get tidied up and then we're going to get on the couch and just chill and watch junk food and see what's on the TV before I go to bed. So thank you very much. Glad that you love it all. Thank you, Caroline, Alison, Sharon, Deborah, Shari, Jackie, Beth, and we've got Maureen, Jessica, Michelle, Peg, Karen, Lynn, Caroline, Charity. Thank you all. I'm glad you really like that one. Kate and Coletta as well. Mary Beth, this is amazing. Thank you so much. You're more than welcome. You are more than welcome. Rightio, I shall say good night to you all. And yeah, here's to opening our next door. I wonder what's going to be behind it. Have a lovely night. Have a lovely rest of the day. And we'll see you later. Bye.